It's March, and I have no idea why my fields are covered in white. I guess this is a late winter. I've still got some snow kicking about, but that means I can plant sunflowers. And the problem I have is I have nothing to plant them with. So I'm going to go have a look and see if I can buy a planter for cheap, or even lease one. And somehow, just like magic, all of the snow just disappeared. Anyway, I've bought well, I've not bought, I've leased a planter to get this job done as quickly as possible. Get my sunflowers down. I didn't mean to plant sunflowers just yet, but because I was sleeping on the job and forgot to plant my canola, the next thing to plant was sunflower. Now I have to be careful with my money because I don't have any income until my sunflowers are ready. And you see here, this thing is massive. I believe it cultivates as well, so it was a pointless job cultivating my fields earlier. And the turning circle on this thing sucks. So we'll start closest to the farm. And this is going to take forever to unfold, I can sense. Very cool animation though. So there's ridge markers, but I'm going to get my AI to plant anyway. And that's not something I need to worry about. Just need to line myself up. And that should be perfect. So I guess I just let this run until it's time to harvest. Well, that's the first field done, and now I find myself in a bit of a predicament. So I'm thinking it might be best to do this part of the field first. Come on, car, move. Let me do some farming. God damn. So I'm hoping this will stop me from missing bits if I just do the ends first and then let my AI go up and down. So this is going to cost me about 6 grand or something on seeds, which isn't much to be fair, especially when you look at the return value. And then I've also got to factor in like the 15 grand or something it costs to rent this seeder or planter, and then the other like almost 30 grand that will cost me to rent the harvester and the, well, I need a forage header or whatever they call it, a corn header. Okay, I don't know why, but my AI just randomly stopped working. No field found. There's a bloody field. Well, for absolutely no reason at all, I went and bought this little Massey Ferguson. It was only like 4 grand and it was on offer, and for some reason I couldn't resist. I just thought it looked good on my farm. My guy looks so funny. Why does he drive like that? Oh god, it's only got 4 gears. I'm really interested to see if this can haul any of these things over here. Like, it really shouldn't be able to. Okay, I have a good feeling about this. Easy peasy. Yeah, so this is not going to haul. Look how slow it is. Oh, god damn. Well, it can actually tow stuff. You just can't use it. It does not like reversing. Going straight, fine. Reversing, no. Let me go see how my other tractor's doing. Looks like he's almost finished. Let's see a side by side of these. The size difference is insane. Yeah, winning the drag race. Get it up, yeah. Oh man, it's kind of a cute tractor. And I'll let that farm worker finish up what they're doing. Stop harassing them. Not really sure what I'm going to do with this. I guess I'll just sit there as a little relic. Alright, so that's the field all planted with sunflowers. I don't need that anymore. All I need to do is get back to my house and wait until it's harvest season. I should return that cedar as well. Last thing I want to do is rack up a big ass unnecessary bill. So we made it to the fall. As you can see there, my sunflowers are now ready to harvest. They went from nice yellow heads to whatever the hell this is. They look dead to me, but I guess this is perfect harvesting. Which means I need a harvester with a sunflower harvester, which is like a corn head. And just like last time, I've went for the biggest one. And I have this header here, which is suitable for sunflowers. It's slightly cheaper than the corn headers to lease. So just coming at just under 30 grand. Oh, this is going to be tight. That's impossible. I'm not gonna lie, the colours mismatching does bother me, but it doesn't need to look pretty, it just needs to do the job. So glad there's a gap in these trees, otherwise I'd be screwed. Okay, so this just hoovers them all up. And that's also black, kind of like canola. I like how you can see the little stalks there just left at the end. It's like all the residue. It's very, very cool. I like it. It's these little details that matter. So I better keep my truck on standby. I've made enough money, I'll buy some more fields. I'm not sure where he's going. That was odd. Not sure where the AI was trying to go. I think it does harvest at a faster rate than it does with the corn. Not the corn, the canola. Alright, it's my truck's time to shine. Let's get in there and get those sunflower seeds. Oh, it's a lot bigger than I thought. Yeah, because that header's only 12 meters long. I think the other ones I was using for canola were massively bigger, about 15 meters. So it doesn't really feel like I'm getting as much out of the sunflowers as I would out of canola. I'm only at 39%. I don't know what I was at this point though. It's only done a few passes, I guess. Yeah, I better get down there and empty the harvester. It's almost at 8%. He's about to turn around as well. Jesus. He does not want to give me those sunflowers. Well, I think I'll maybe be able to do one more pass. Should be alright. I don't think this will fill up to 100. I could be massively wrong. Yep, looks like I'm definitely wrong. Yes, I'm going to have to reverse this back a little bit so as not to damage some of the sunflowers. That's a hell of a lot of seed. Now I can actually plant oilseed radish because I can't plant any sunflowers at the moment. I gotta wait several months for my next planting. But if I put oilseed radish down, I'll be able to essentially have a natural fertilizer. However, I don't know if the field needs cultivated. Right, that's a pain in my ass. But there's nothing else for my tractor to do, so I may as well just do it. I mean, the good thing now is I'm going to have some kind of income because I've got all the sunflower and the sunflower oil that'll be getting made. Righto. Cultivate this. I might have a look in the mod store, see if there's a bigger seeder that I can cultivate at the same time. Right, I've only got one more line of sunflowers here. It's almost not worth it, but you never know. Might give me an extra 1%. Yeah, what I might do is I might actually just go up this field here at the moment. Give my harvester AI a little bit more room to work with. Because it gets a little bit confused sometimes when it gets close to the road. Right, so I'll try and grab some of that grain off it. Then dump it off at my oil plant. Oh my god. This thing is so sensitive when you turn a corner. Could you imagine if they just drove big ass lorries into fields in real life? That was perfection. It's the first hopper filled. Maxed out. So 40,700 litres to drop off at my factory. Then once this finishes emptying, I'll go have a look at the production. Try to calculate just how much I'm probably going to make off of this. So if I go in here and look at the prices that it sells for, it's about 3,500. It's about 1,500 per 1,000 litres of sunflower, and about 3,500 per 1,000 litres of sunflower oil. Okay, so I just went and purchased myself a ridiculous piece of equipment that I downloaded from the mod store. Now it is a seeder and planter, and it cultivates. I don't know if it's going to work very well, but I can only try. Now I've sold all of my other bits and bobs to buy this one piece of equipment. There it is. Wow, did not mean that. It's hard to get it to maneuver. It takes up the entire road. I should really have a police escort or something. And it unfolds in a very cool fashion. Now it is a little bit smaller than the previous stuff, but I think long term it's going to be better. I think it fertilizes a little bit as well, I don't know. And it operates at 17 kph, which is a little bit faster than some of the machinery. And that's my combine harvester on his last pass, so I'm going to fire down and get the rest of the sunflower oil and deliver the rest of it to the oil factory. Happy days. That's all of the sunflower harvested. Hopefully the money I get from this will tide me over until the next season. Now it should be over half full, the oil mill of my sunflower. That means 2 fields gives me enough to last a year. Hopefully the oilseed radish that I'm planting right now will give me a better yield due to fertilisation. Well, there's not really much else I can do apart from wait for my tractor to finish planting the oilseed radish. It's having a bit of problems, mind you. I don't need this anymore, so I can get rid of that. I mean, it would be really nice to be able to invest in one of these harvesters, buy it outright, but just don't have the cash flow for that right now. I have no idea what the fuck my AI is doing right now. What in the hell is wrong with it? Well, that was a little weird. Finally, that is all done. Fields have oilseed radish in it, which will give me a fertilization bonus when it comes to planting my sunflower seeds. So there's not really much else I can do now apart from wait. So it's a nice January, no snow. This looks very neat. But a couple of months and I'll be back to planting. And it's March, which means I can get to planting my sunflowers. I've got 23,000 litres of sunflowers left. Now I don't know if I can actually plant my sunflowers over this. I'm going to try though. Okay, it's working. Kind of just snow plows it. And you can see all this oilseed radish in the field is hopefully going to give me a good yield. Yeah, so you can see the yield bonus is 95%. If I actually rolled my fields, that might go up a little bit as well. Right, well, I'll just leave him to plant my sunflowers. Alright, so it looks like we're all done. I have no idea what the hell this AI is doing. It seems to have wrapped itself around a tree somehow. But overall, it's done a pretty good job. So that's all the sunflowers planted for the season. I got 129,000. That's still going up. I still got a little bit of sunflower left in the oil factory. So I'll keep generating a little bit of money right up until our next harvest. So there's nothing really else I can do now other than have a little sleep. 1 month in, the sunflowers are looking good. 95%, 96% yield bonus. I definitely need to sort out this farmhouse at some point, but I don't want to spend money on it. And this will probably be my last month of making money off the sunflower, and then I ran out. It was August, and you can see I got a healthy looking crop. This is just before the ready harvest. They look like the sunflowers that we know and love. And it's harvest time, so you know that means I need to grab myself a harvester. However, I'm a little bit worried that it is raining, but I think you can probably harvest sunflowers in the rain. There, that's much better. It's the same colour. It's going to be less irritating for me. Now the biggest obstacle is if I can't harvest during the rain, because if it rains in the next month, then I'm pretty screwed. I've lost all my crops. No, I can't. It reduces the yield. Guess it's time to check the weather forecast. So it's due to stop raining at 11 o'clock. I guess there's nothing for me to do until then. And the rain has finally stopped. It means I can finally get some harvesting done. Now I'm sitting pretty nice with the current money I've got, 137 grand. And the yield looks like it is better than the last yield because it's filling up a lot faster. Which means I hopefully can buy a new field and get back into canola. So I can do canola and sunflower at the same time and then move on to the olive oil. Right, now that he turns around, I'll grab the grain off him and start dumping some sunflower seeds into the oil factory. Now, while that harvests, I'm going to take a quick look at my farmhouse and see if I can afford to move it, because this is a ridiculous glitch. I can see it underneath my house. It just looks ugly. There we go, I've just moved it down a little bit. This makes a bit more sense though. That's a decent sized load. I'll get that dropped off. I should really build a better road system around here. Right, so that's my production back up and running, and that'll be generating me this season's income. Oh, well, yeah, I decided to quit. So almost another season over. I've got a full lorry full of sunflower seeds here. So my harvester's on its last pass, which means I don't actually need to store the seeds in my lorry, I'll just dump them directly into the production plant. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't do that in real life, but fuck it. And that's us finished. You really don't get much visibility in this thing, do you? I can't even see where that pipe is. So we just want to fire this over here and that should dump it in. And once my harvester's empty, I can get rid of it again. I bought myself, well I haven't bought, but I downloaded a new mod that has a bigger corn header, so in the future the corn harvesting will be hugely faster. Well, that's a barren couple of fields, and that's me for another season. Well, we're back to March, which means we're back to seeding season, and my bank balance is looking very healthy, which I'm very happy to see. This thing, I forgot how ridiculous the turning circle is, so I think the best thing I can do with this money now is buy more land. But first of all, get my sunflowers down for the next season. So yeah, I get a bit of fertilisation going on with this planter, which is pretty good. Yeah, I made some improvements to the farm because the access points were getting a little bit sketchy. Like just driving over fields all the time is no good. That being said, this isn't really much better. Theoretically, you're meant to be able to come off of here, but look how steep that is. Holy shit. And then I got a little driveway for my transport, and then a drive area for my tractor and lorry. Hopefully it looks better in the summer, because it was kind of weird putting it down in the winter. There's not really much else I can do while my tractor's planting, so... Right, let's see, I've fixed the slope. Hopefully it slopes in a more casual manner instead of just straight up. Still a little bumpy, but I think this... yeah, that's a lot better. I just realised the snow disappeared as well. I added a little bit of texture as well, so it's like got rocky sides. But at least it's like a proper farm entrance now. Oh, looks like my planter's completed one field. Holy crap, look at the state of my field. I don't know what's going on. The AI must have been drinking before it started seeding. Man, my AI really sucks at lining these things up. They always miss a little bit. I won't panic too much about it. There's a lot of missing spots. Yeah, this road definitely needs a bit extra work. That's not going to fly. I'll have to move my truck over a little bit. There we go. Right, I'll call it a day there. So I bought myself a fertilizer, and I want to see if this little tractor can equip it. If it can, I may have found it a job. It's just a shame its top speed is 34 kilometers per hour. I have a feeling this may tip the tractor, and there's no way of applying front weights. Nope, it works. It's fine. The size of that. I guess we just leave him to it. I mean, he seems pretty happy just trundling along in his ancient tractor, fertilising the field. Alright, so that's my field pretty much just completely fertilised. Now I just have to play the waiting game. So I'll fire my tractor back over to the wee house. And that's everything accomplished for the day. Righto. Harvest season once again. Right, so this setup's a little more expensive. It's about 35 grand to rent all this. However, wait until you see how big this thing is. This is just a ridiculous setup. I would like to purchase this at some point. And I like that you can customise the colour of this header, so that it goes with any of the combine harvesters. And the fact it folds. Right, moment of truth. See how big it actually is. That is insane. This should take no time at all. 18 meters wide, that is. It is a bit slower than the other one, but I think in the long run it's going to be faster. I'll fire this lorry down there, so if we're getting about 40% per run, that means on the third return journey. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So wiped out a section of my field there. But that's another lorry full of grain. I should be able to afford to buy some new property, I think, after this harvest. Or in a couple of months. I guess I'll see. I'll definitely have to do something about this bit again because it's not... Oh my god. Oh shit. That was sketchy. That was really sketchy. Yeah, it's not a... It wasn't a very well crafted piece of land, that. Now, I'm not convinced this thing's actually going much faster. I mean, the added length is nice, but it doesn't feel like the field's getting done really any quicker. Although it does mean I can leave my harvester to sort of to harvest while I do other stuff, but at the moment I don't have anything else to do. I guess I could go do a contract. Alright, I'll do this little contract, because all I need to do is cultivate a field. That's an extra 4 grand, which isn't much. But I don't actually need to do any work. I just need to get the tractor there and let my AI take over. But I may as well make the extra money while I'm not got anything else to do. Also gives me a chance of trying out new stuff. I have to go right down here where my combine harvester is as well. And it's blocking me. I'll just go through my field, I guess. There we go. Now I just leave him to do the job. And I'll clean this up since my AI just decided to forget about it. Yeah, in the past I've done these baling and harvesting contracts and they're just not worth the time, to be honest. They take too long and the payoff is not big enough. Oh no. This is an unforeseen circumstance. God damn. Can't believe you just ploughed through them like that. Disrespectful. Well, that's it for another harvest season. I didn't realise how much of a grind this was going to be. Thought I was going to make a lot more money. Oh god, the combine harvester's getting that tiny little line of sunflowers and it's taking up so much space. It's going to crash right into my fucking tractor. It looks like it missed half it as well. How the hell did he do that? And this thing's so heavy it's actually destroying the grass. That's pretty cool though. I didn't know that was a thing, that the combine harvesters actually cause grass damage. And all finished. I should probably get a power washer at some point because these are getting filthy. And I'm pretty sure this tractor needs fixed up. Yeah, it's about ready to explode. So I don't know how long those contracts have to last, but I'm just going to have a sleep and move on to the next day. Alright, so there's nothing really else I can do. I'm just going to keep going round in circles with planting, harvesting, so I'll just end that there. I'm going to keep doing this for a little bit more till I get some more money, and then I'm going to buy some more fields. So I appreciate watching. I know it's not been the most exciting video, but I'll catch you in the next one.